We are going to take a look at how to add posts, and these posts will be featured on the blog. If you go in here, we click all posts, we see that we already have a sample post that's in here, Great Day at the Ranch, and we currently have it set up so that on our blog page, then instead of going to a blog page, then it will go to a page that says a blog is coming soon. We don't have any posts up there just yet from you all. And if we go over here and we look at pages, though, we can take a look at how it will look once it loads up. This blog coming soon page where we have the menu link take us to right now. But when the blog exists, it will look like this here. And we have a great day at the ranch. You click inside that, and we have a video here that launches automatically. And we have comments down here. Looks really nice. Looks good. And we come back over here to the post, and they function just like the pages do. And so if you've already watched the pages tutorial, then this pretty much is going to cover the same information. There are a couple of little extra pieces, I suppose. But we're going to click Add New, and we're going to give a title to our post where it says Enter Title Here, as it would be implied. And this is a new post. Down here we get to enter all of our information, and whatever we want to say in this blog post we can post right here, and it functions in a very similar way to what a word processing piece of software would, like Microsoft Word. And so we can type good things about GSBR, all sorts of information found here. So then we can go back through here and make some style changes so you can understand how that works. You select it, you make it bold, you can make a link within this, and we can go to wherever we want to go. We can go to a page that already exists, or we can enter in our own URL up here for some other site that's outside of GSBR. You can make it so that we have a header for this, so that we have something that's a little bit bigger, a little bit bolder. Big header. And anytime through this process, you can click Preview and see what it's going to look like as a post. And this is what it looks like right now. Nothing special, but it's there, and the changes that we made exist. And we can click on that, and that link works just like we want it to. If we want to have an image here within the post, then we can click Add Media. When we go in here, these are media files that we already have on the website. And then we can come over here to upload files, and then we find the file that we want to upload, and we can click on it, click open, and it will upload on there as well. If we want to give this a sample here, then we have the photo of the motorcycle here. Down here at the bottom you have your alignment that you can set right at the beginning, center, left, right, or none. We're going to set it for left, and we're not going to make it a full-size image. If it's full size, it's 1025 pixels wide. That's bigger than what we might need in this case if we're going to be floating it to the left. And so we're going to insert it into the post. And it's there. We're going to check to see if the text is wrapping around it. It should be, because we set it to align left on the image. And now we have that over there. And one thing that we can do on here that can be very useful, it's not a big deal if you have just a little bit of information like this, then you want it all just to show up right there. But let's say you have a longer post, and then the text keeps on going and going and going, and you want it to be then that when people come to the blog page, you don't want it to be that then on this page where you have all the posts, where it's the initial part of them, you don't want it to be that it takes up the whole page for that post. You want to give a little snippet of it so they can understand what the post is going to be about, and then they can click on Read More. The way that works is that you do this thing here where we have an insert more line, insert read more line right up here. It's this little line with the dashes in the middle, this little graphic with the dashes in the middle. You click that, and then everything that comes under that line will not show up there on the initial blog page. Now it will once you click on the title to that or click read more, then it will show up. I'll click publish and you can see what I'm talking about. Now because we've published this, and it automatically shows up here on the blog. It will come up here, nothing you need to do, just you click publish and it will show up on this blog page here. So then we have this initial text that we have, a big header. We can type good things about GSBR, just like we had here, but the part here with the link is underneath there, and so we won't get all of that. We won't get all of that right then, only what comes before that read more line. You click on read more, and now you get the whole thing all on one, and we have our link there just like we want it to be. If we want to, at some point, we could set up categories over here, Right now we don't have any categories set up, and that's okay. You might want to set up categories for different kinds of posts that you have on there. You might even end up having a page with all posts about a certain topic that you all particularly cover particularly frequently. Now, as a part of this, then you notice right back here, when we go to the page here, we have this image there. That's a part of the post, I believe. That could be the featured image. What you can do here on these is you can set the featured image, and then you will, well, let's do a different one just so we don't get confused on which one's which. We're going to set these boots as our featured image here. I'm going to click Update, come back over here to the blog, and then now we have this image over here of the boots over here on the left as our featured image. Now, if you click Read More, then that's not a part of the post within it. That's just a featured image so that you have something going on over here, something graphically. Now, typically you'd have enough text that it would wrap around that or something, or at least come down the side of it a ways, so it looks a little funny the way it is right now. But you can set your featured image there, and it will do it automatically so that it's the right size. You don't need to worry about that. Just set featured image that's a reasonable size. If it's too small, it won't work. But otherwise, then you're fine. You can put it in there. We have some different layouts. Not something you need to ever worry about with what you're doing. You could optimize this for SEO. I don't know if that's something that you all value enough to put a great deal of time into, but you can do that if you want to. You can explore this more, and it will give you a page analysis about how good or bad you're doing on this page for setting it up for SEO. Within the page, you can add things like sliders, or you can add forms. So if we go here, then we have our Rev slider. That's the thing we have going on the home page. And if we had a slider that was something we wanted to show up within our pages rather than on the home page, then we can just take one of them from here, from this list of ones we've already created. So we're going to put in that slider right there, and then underneath it we're going to insert a form. We're just doing all of these right now just so you can get an idea of how this might work. And then underneath that we're going to add a gallery. And so we're going to take this About Us gallery and place it there. Click Preview. And all these things that we clicked Insert on, they just show up. Now, they look terrible right now because this is not really where they're designed to be. But the form and the gallery actually look okay, I suppose. Not really any problem with them. They're simple enough to use. But the slider's not made for this. It's made to fill up the whole page, and you don't want that within a post. But you get the idea here. That's how you can go about inserting things. And, of course, we have videos that will show you how to create your own slideshow, how to create your own gallery, how to create your own form, so that then that's easy enough to understand that part of the process as well. Anytime along the way you make changes, you can always preview it like we said before, see if this is how we want it to look, and then if it is, then we click Update. And if it's not, then we can make whatever adjustments we need to, or we can move it to the trash altogether, which is what we're going to do in this case. When we come in here to look at all of our posts here, then we have these ones here. If there's ever time you need to get rid of a post, you can do it from here. Or you could go within the post itself and delete it. You can make other changes to these by selecting several at once. Then we can make some basic adjustments to all of them at one time if we need to, about who the author is, about when it was published, anything of that nature that we can do right there. And that's how you use posts, and they're fairly simple to use. If you have confusion, if you have complications, then just be sure to text or email us, and we will help you out with whatever you need.